Hey horror fans, welcome back to Room 237. Just want to say happy Father's Day, not only to my dad, but to all the dads out there. You guys are awesome. You guys deserve credit, whether the modern internet moms think you deserve credit or not, you do. Um, like, unfortunately, I don't have the 80s movie The Stepfather or really any kind of uh, horror movie dad type movies, which I know how do I not have Stepfather or anything like that. There is the Father's Day segment on Creepshow, but I've already reviewed Creepshow, so I figured I'd do something a little different and just share some stuff with two of my favorite fictional dads. um I guess I'll do my number one last. One of my favorite fictional dads ever is, how could he not be, Clark Griswold, played by Chevy Chase in the Vacation films. These are the only two I own, by the way, just the original and European. The original one is classic, one of the funniest movies ever made. European isn't as good, it has its moments. My favorite part is when they hit Eric Idle with their car. He's one of the pythons, and blood's coming out, and he says it's just a flesh wound. So that was great. But what is there not to love about Clark Griswold? He's got that overly confident, go ahead attitude, even when everything is just falling apart and sucks. You can tell it bothers him, but he's trying to keep a happy face for his family until he just finally snaps and he can't take it anymore. I do like Christmas Vacation. I watch that every year when it's on TV. Vegas Vacation I haven't seen in years. I don't remember anything about it. Like, my favorite moments are just like the little things he does. Of course he's always like smiley and happy and ready to make his family happy. But it's just like the little things when they don't go right. You can just tell he's frustrated, and he, like, in this one, after they wreck the car, and he tries to have a moment with his son Rusty, so he shares a beer with him, and he takes a sip of beer, he gives the can to Rusty, and he's not looking at him, he's giving him like a heart-to-heart, father to son. And Rusty's just drinking the whole beer. So when he hands it back to him, he goes to take a sip, and he just like crushes it, and he's like, Of course, when they're driving through the ghetto, and the whole family's scared, and he's like, well, think of it this way, it's a side of the country you never get to see, being optimistic about it. And then the car gets shot at, and just nonchalantly, he's just like, I'll roll them up. I'll roll them up. Just one of the greatest fictional dads out there. I think every dad has a Clark Griswold in them, especially if they try to do something nice or fun for their family. Like, why would it go well? European Vacation, it kind of went... Yeah, because I don't know who the director is of this one. Of course, this was directed by Harold Ramis. May he rest in peace. So, obviously, it's going to be funny. This one, they were just like, well, what worked for the first one, and let's kick it up a notch. But my favorite fictional dad ever has to be the one, the only, Al Bundy. Yeah, this is the whole series, all 11 seasons. 262 episodes. Yeah, it was all these like paper things. Al Bundy is just, I think he's the dad or the husband we all wish we could be sometimes. Just had enough. Just be allowed to say fuck it. I mean, granted, his family is worse than than most families. Most families are not this bad. Ungrateful, terrible kids, and just penny stealing, high maintenance wife. They're not all that bad. But, you know, there's just certain things with Al Bundy we can all relate to. It's just like, it's never good enough. Even if you do act like an asshole, like he does a lot. Like, I remember the one episode where he actually tries to do something nice, take his family to the beach, and they get stuck in traffic. And they can still see their house from where they are because they didn't get far. And they keep coming up with reasons for why they have to go back to the house, like on foot, and they just leave him in traffic. So yeah, they're a terrible family, but he's just so funny. Played by Ed O'Neill. He's even funny on American Family as well. But, even though he is kind of a terrible person, never misses a mortgage payment, never misses any kind of bill of any kind. Yeah, the wife and kids don't go hungry. He always does. He has the golden rules of a dad, but just he's so frustrated with it all that his mouth and his heart is not in it anymore, and well, his heart is. Hates his wife, never cheats on her. Has no faith in his kids, but he always defends their honor. To me, this is the all-American dad. Every dad just has... Some of them have moments where, they might slip up and just say or do something kind of ignorant. But he really... And, of course, now that all the actors that play TV dads have come out to be, sexual harassment or whatever, and he's the one dad that didn't do anything wrong. So does that go to show you? But yeah, Married with Children. I'm kind of keeping it brief because this is my favorite, half-hour American sitcom. So I can go on forever about Married with Children. But, funny show. Al Bundy is very relatable on a lot of fronts, but yeah, I know you can't really act like him sometimes. It's not right, but sometimes you just gotta hand it to him. Like, dude, I feel for you. So yeah, in honor of Father's Day, since I don't really have any Father's Day horror movies, I still wanted to do something. So I figured, why not talk about my two favorite fictional dads in comedy, Al Bundy and Clark Griswold. So again, to my dad and to all the other dads out there, happy Father's Day. Keep doing what you're doing. You do deserve the credit. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you.